What's up guys, Bluddshed here, bringing you some Necromancer builds, gameplay for patch 2.6, Diablo 3, blah 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 blah. Now, I haven't made any videos for the past few weeks because I don't want any of this to change. Like, I don't want to put a bunch of videos out there and then it's like, people search for it and it's misinformation, but this will be like a collab Necromancer build guide. I'll just kind of show you what we've been working on stream. So this build right here is the one that's currently on top of the leaderboard. People are clearing like crazy amounts of GRs with it. And it's basically abusing the Rathma's shield. If you don't know, for 4 seconds you don't lose any life after using Land of the Dead, Army of the Dead, or Simulacrum. So we're obviously using Army of the Dead and Land of the Dead. So you can see, I'll do some gameplay real quick. You'll see it's kind of ridiculous. Blizzard's probably gonna put an internal cooldown. And the build's not really that fun to play. It's really spammy. Let's go. It's really spammy, actually. Carpal tunnel for sure. You'll hear the clicking on stream, I'm sure. All right, let's get started. So you can see the faster you click, the more cooldown you get. You can see all my cooldowns. And what ends up happening is you start to get just crazy amounts of CDR, and you're pretty much invulnerable the entire time. You literally can tank any GR. I should have opened something bigger just to kind of showcase the craziness of the build itself. But somebody cleared a 110 with only like a few augments. You know, I would imagine area damage would be pretty sick with this setup. I mean, it does look super cool, super flashy, and all that stuff. But I mean, it's really, really taint to play because you're just clicking. The only thing that counters you is crowd control. Like I just got proc right there. It kind of threw us out of the cycle. But I mean, I hope this gameplay stays, or I hope like a portion of it stays. Like I hope they don't nerf everything just to kind of bounce around the set. It does look cool, but I mean, there's really no gameplay. You just look at your Rathma shield down here, and as soon as it comes up, you want to make sure you have something ready to cast it, or you're in a safe zone, so to speak. So yeah, this is the first build, and one of the reasons why I haven't been making builds because they're just gonna get replaced with other things. You know, it's still the PTR, so there's buffs all the time. And yeah, let's go ahead and showcase a different build, kind of let you guys know how it's doing. So this would be the Rathma perma invulnerability, you know, I guess push build, right? All right, up next we have the Blood set, one of my favorite sets. They redesigned it recently, so now you just get a flat damage increase, 3,300% damage. It's performing decently. We've been using the Blood Mages. The set's not there yet. It probably needs a little bit more buffing, some buffs and stuff. But mechanically, it's pretty fun to play. Watch out for this Charger Blood. It's coming. We got the proc. Skeletal Mage is probably my second favorite spell in the whole game. Specifically these Blood Mages look extremely cool. They recently buffed the 2-piece, let me show you, the Jesith set, and it gives you a 400% damage increase to pets, and then obviously it's further increased by the beam, watch out, further increased by your Blood set as well. Definitely Skeletal Mage is super cool. You can use the Blood Nova, Death Nova. It's performing not as well as the Mages, and you can use Bone Spear as well, but again, not performing as well as the Mages, I think. Well, we just took, we charged the Charger, and we died, so feels bad, man. I didn't have Bone Armor up either. I'm just trying to get some compelling gameplay while talking at the same time. But you can see Skeletal Mages are very cool, very strong indeed. A little bit more of a buff to the Blood set, and you can see this really kind of taking over. And you can see the Bone Armor with Blood Armor looks really cool. Has a nice little augment to it. Very nice. Nice little touch there. Up next, let's actually show off the speed version, the kind of speed in progress, the Death Nova, Blood Nova version. All right, this is the Death Nova version. I hope this gets buffed because you know, Blood Nova, super cool spell, and you can see there's some room. Uh-oh, we got some exorcists here. It's never good. You can see it has a little bit of room for more damage, so a little bit of buff, and it'll be just fine. I've been testing more mechanics of the sets and not really focused so much on the power, but it is upsetting not being able to test higher level things like that. But all the builds so far are in the 80s, actually. I don't want to grab this conduit. It'll just do too much damage. All the builds are in the 80s except for the Pestilence, the Bone Spear set. But yeah, all it takes is one little damage number here, one little damage number there, and it'll definitely change things. Don't kill me. Watch out for the explosions. A lot of this damage I'm taking is me tapping my own life, so... And we get crazy damage reduction when we get really, really low because of our ring. That gives us more damage reduction, the more health we're losing. So you can see there's some potential here. A little Ingium, a little buff, and yeah, this is, nothing's finalized. Obviously, it's still in the beta, PTR thing. But you can just give you an idea of what the builds might look like now that we have a lot of information about them. This, in case you're wondering, this is the Season 11 pet. These are the Illidan Wings and Helm Transmog from World of Warcraft. Alright, this would be the Bone Spear set or the Pestilence set. They increased the empowered Bone Spears to like 100 or something crazy, so you never have to worry about them as much anymore. And they increased the damage to about 3,000% damage. It's stronger than it was previously, but it still needs some work. It's probably the weaker of the 4 sets. Even LON, I'm doing better with LON sets. But I mean, they're just damage numbers, like I keep saying. It's just a slider that they can probably tweak. And they improved the accuracy of Bone Spears. Like, it was kind of hard to land them, like, in a weird way. Like, the travel time's a little slow, you can see. I wish it was a little bit faster, but I wish I was a little bit taller. Wish I was yeah, so you can see it still looks cool, very unique overall. That's one thing I tell people when they're like, hey Blood, you know, how's Necro compared to other classes? I'm like, it feels like a Necromancer, or it feels unique. It doesn't really feel like any other class. You can tell by all these builds, they kind of look different, and I guess to me, aesthetically and like visually, the corpse skills are super unique and all that stuff. But here's a quick gameplay preview of what it might look like playing with the Pestilence set. They renamed it. They never renamed it, but it used to be called the Plague set. And I think they did land on Pestilence. The Pestilence set has that Plague Doctor kind of look to it. And not too bad at all. Let's go ahead and move on to the next build coming up here. Let's find something else to showcase. This next build is the Inarius set. This is the second strongest set as of right now. I mean, things always change and get buffed and nerfed and everything like that. It's a this build seems to be for generators, but I find myself a lot of the time you're more like a battle caster mage kind of type of thing as opposed to a straight melee mancer. So this is actually focused on Corpse Explosion because I really love Corpse Explosion. And based around the new ring. So the new ring they redesigned, when something is slowed, you do 100% increased damage to it. When something is like, I think blinded, frozen, stunned, you know, anything else other than slowed, like, you know, the bigger stuns, the bigger CCs, you do 300% damage to it. So it's pretty much based on Corpse Explosion. But Grim Scythe is performing well, Siphon Blood is performing well. I have an LON melee build to show off in a little bit, so I thought I would show you this version of the Inarius set. If you don't know, there's a huge bone NATO around your character, and it does a lot of damage. That alone does actually a lot of damage, so let's just spam everything so you can kind of see. Let's get to how the build is to be played. It's based around Corpse Explosion, Land of the Dead. You can see you just start going crazy. The more you kill, the more corpses you get. Super badass. Corpse Explosion, my #1 favorite skill, and Skeletal Mages, we talked about earlier, my second favorite skill in the game. Corpse Explosion does really good. They also buffed the Corpse Explosion, the base damage, I believe, for Corpse Explosion, and then the item is really good as well. I hate you, Shock Tower. Go away. All right, let's go over here. Power Pylon, we don't need to grab that. We don't need to grab that at all. Using this item actually gives you a 200% damage increase. So you can see the damage coming through, and this twirling bone thing hits really hard from your character. Like if you just stand here or run around, you can see the damage numbers ticking just from this alone. And you can just start killing things. And I usually use Land of the Dead for elites most of the time, but you can cast it whenever. The cooldown's not too long. especially when you have, that's why we have Death Nova, just to get back the cooldown, and we're using Borrowed Time. A lot of these builds are work in progress since it's the PTR, but again, it gives you an idea of what it might look like to play the Inarius set. I don't know if there's going to be a pure melee mancer. It's more like a magical melee mancer. Can I coin that term? It's going to be something more like a magical melee mancer. But second strongest build, or the set, no, this is not the second strongest build, this is the second strongest set right now on the leaderboards for the PTR, patch 2.6, blah, 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 blah. All right, my friend, let's go on to the next build. This transmog, lol. Now there are other, it's purple boots. There are other builds in the community that are performing pretty well indeed, but this will be the last one today that I'm going to showcase. A lot of them are work in progress. This is my Elan generator build. Now they buffed the Iron Rose to have a 50% proc rate for Blood Nova. So just when you're casting your generator, boom, you're just exploding like crazy. It's one of my favorite generator builds so far. I'm also using Corpse Explosion since, you know, it's LON, so you have more variety almost in what abilities you choose. And yeah, you can see the items I'm using here. So let's go take it for a spin. A lot of bone armor usage, some poison. They did nerf the poison item from 100 per stack to 65 per stack, but it's still pretty good. It's more on par with the bone armor, the Scythe of the Cycle. So you can see just by casting, I mean, everything died, I couldn't even cast more. Let's get this elite here. Stun them with bone armor and then cast away when we're not getting feared. You gotta keep up my stacks for poison. I have a 5 stack down there. And yeah, you can see just cast away. This is very fun. We like Blood Nova, so this is one way I can use Blood Nova and not have to actually cast it from the Blood set. You can actually use it in other builds, get the cool effect. A lot of these builds I've been trying to make work just because I think that they're really fun. Hope you guys enjoy this kind of video as well. And sorry I've been gone so long. You know, I've been I built a 2 PC setup. Didn't like the way the audio quality sounded. Spent a lot of money on 2 PCs and all this stuff, or you know, 1 new PC. And then I switched back. Now I'm on a 1 PC setup again. And yeah, so it's been a busy week. And then all the testing we've been doing live on stream has just been, you know, build tweaking, testing when we got the patch and things like that. But I'm definitely here, and you're gonna have so many videos coming from me before next season. I hate putting content out that's just gonna get replaced. It's almost like a waste of everybody's time. And then if somebody searches it next season, they're like, what is this build? You know, they're trying to find something and it's old or whatever. So yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this build preview. If you want to see more of this, catch me at twitch.tv/bloodshed. We stream there 6 days a week, man. Diablo content. I guess you could check out the VODs. So much necro testing. We even tested at a low level. I'm clearing GR70s with about 500 Paragon right now. So it's the Rathma set is on par. That's the old bone set, aka Rathma, aka it looks like if Necro does come season 11, that's what we're gonna get for Hadric's Gift, is the Rathma set. And that's performing really well. That set's probably ready to go right out of the box. And as long as we have like 2 usable builds and maybe 1 speed build, 2 usable sets and 1 usable speed build, as long as we have that, I'd say that'd be good. They can buff the other sets in the meme time. Get it? Meme time. Anyways, guys, me and my transmog, we gotta go to Nordstrom or something to get outfitted here. Yeah, anyways, guys, that's gonna be all for me today. Big shout out to everyone that supports me on Twitch, on Patreon. You guys allow me to do what I do every day, and I definitely appreciate it. I couldn't do it without you guys, man. This is the Bloodshed, and I'm out of here. Peace.